And we are back. Prospect Chase Box with Ron Bartley. This is episode 95 of Coffee and Rip, inching ever so close to to episode 100. How you doing, Ron?
Good. A little warm out here, but this spot seemed to work better for the Wi-Fi lately. I don't know
Oh,
what's going on with my connection, but hey, if it works outside here, I'm going to sit in the heat.
I'm repping SoCal today with my
So am
Venice
I.
shirt. Um, so are you. I'm trying to get my second cup of coffee a little bit later on uh, in the day so that I can stretch it. I can stretch my day out in a little bit. Probably gonna have it right as we finish recording this episode. We are recording. We haven't been recording in a while. Like to switch it up every once in a while. I figured if we go live at 1 p.m., it wouldn't attract uh, many views. But we're here. We're here, steady, consistent for episode 95. There's not a lot, nothing, not a lot of new stuff to talk about, baseball hobby wise. But there are some topics in our rundown that we want to make sure we touch on. Do you have one in particular you want to start
Well,
with?
let me go ahead and hit one I just thought of. The fact that they're releasing the archive signatures now. So people understand what that product is they have cards left over. Buyback cards, they call them. And then they'll have them signed, and then they put on a stamp that says, you know, archive signature 2025 for this year. And then they'll say, okay, this one's a 101, and they'll just stamp it 101. But they had the same card last year with the 2024 stamp, and the card year before with the 2023 stamp. One of one, one of one, and one of one. You'll see the same card multiple times as a one of one with just a different archive signature stamp on it, a different year stamp. I happen to own two one of ones from those series of cards that were both also found on eBay. The same one of one cards, just different year stamps. So at $80, it's not a product that's going to break you, but there's not a lot of good comes out of that particular product.
So what's interesting? A That product, that's the type of product that, even though I don't agree with the price tag, um, I don't mind that. I mean, listen, if we take for granted, if we stipulate what the product is and what it isn't, like you just said,
Yep.
it's really a paper card that has an on card auto of either all star to almost a star player. A very very unusually, you'll get like a current major superstar. They may sprinkle one or two, but it's usually a former or current star player, or almost star.
Yeah.
The list of, what do they call it? The Hall of Fame and the Hall of Very Good Players.
Yeah, Hollow, very good. Now,
So
so there's two products that come out. This is the active player one,
this
so
is the
it's going to be
active player,
somebody
okay? Which is,
from the current lineups of MLB
yeah,
teams. They also have a retired player series
yeah.
that they put out later, which you can get pull yourself a Greg Maddux autograph, great. Or in my case, I've bought several of the Steve Garvey's ones off of eBay for pennies on the dollars, under $20.
You know what's funny? And it's not funny. Interesting to me is that the product is somewhat crappy, but there is a market for the right price point. Give me a second. I have a visitor. 1 second. Stay here. I'll mute myself.
While he mutes himself, I'll continue to talk about it. The the thing about the product is, as a whole, there are some fun things in there. It is at $80 overpriced. If the price point were like 50 or 60, you know, even 60 is right in there. But So it's one of those products that you can buy, and you'll get an auto. Hey, so you're guaranteed an auto. You pay
Yeah.
your $80, but it's like going into a mystery box.
Yeah, so that's sort of the angle that I was going to comment is that for what it is, if people, it's really it's a more is it is an authorized a tops authorized on card auto that if you it's kind of meant to compete with those what do you call it, TTMs or whatever, like over the mail or like in person autographs. It's kind of that look because it's likely, if I recall correctly, it's likely autographed in like the Sharpie or not Sharpie, but it
They
looks
use
very
it.
much like an in person
Yeah, they
autograph.
use that standard blue pen that they use for a lot of
Right.
autographs.
They do use that, but because it's not the type of card that has the space left out for the auto, the faded whatever,
Yeah,
it looks very much like a
an
card you
ID
just got
auto, in
signed in the
person
park.
auto.
So I think Topps kind of saw a market there. Listen, there's very few markets, very few pockets that these dudes don't exploit, and for that type of card where like it really looks like someone Greg Maddox auto signed for you there at the park. It's and for me it's less about whether it's one of five or one of one. I think they're all one of one, right, or something like that.
Now
Um,
there's a lot of
there's a
uh,
lot of okay.
99.
So
There's a lot of
so
different
to me
numbers.
it's less about that, and I think it's more of that it's a product. It's an on card auto, a cheap lower level, not premium on card auto, which to me would be fine if it was meant to compete with that market of getting autos right there at the park. But in order for that to compete with that, the price would be more like it had to be more like 30, 35, $40, not
Yeah,
80 or 70 it costs.
I agree with you completely.
If it was that, I would buy a few. It's a mystery box thingy, whatever. And you know what would be even cooler in my opinion is that instead of instead of this particular product being a complete chase, like every product that you get in Tops or you buy at Tops is, it would be really cool if they had list of players, like say Tony Gwynn, Greg Maddox, or Ian Happ. I don't give a shit. Like whatever the player is, that's your guy, and that you could literally just be like, I'm interested in that player, right? And you purchase an
Yes.
Ian Happ archive signature, and then you would get like a number out of five or out of 10 or out of 50, whatever, or no numbering, but then you know what you're getting. And if that's the case, I'm willing to pay $80 because I know what I'm getting, right? I
Yep.
know it's not going to be nothing great, but at least I know that's my PC. I would love an on card auto of that dude. Then it's really like buying an auto something, right? But they
It's
rather
a
just,
mystery. As of now, it's a mystery box for everyone.
it's too expensive. So
Yeah, at
long
80 bucks.
explanation, but we wouldn't recommend anyone to buy that unless you're willing to throw, $100, $95, 90, whatever it is, down the drain. You might as well purchase a prospect chase box, a platinum box, volume two.
You get some cards. Gonna
You
get some
get
hits.
you get a 2019 Bowman Chrome Hobby Pack with possible two autos in here, including Mr. Big Dumper, Mr. Thighs and Glutes, Cal Raleigh, first Bowman card auto possibilities, 22 Stadium Club with Bobby Witt, Julio, Suzuki, Quan, Abrams, whatever possibilities. Hot box possibilities of Topps Chrome Marvel, uh, you know, and 22 Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary, which hasn't gotten here yet. But you like how I did that little segue
Yep.
into the plug. One last box is missing. It should arrive this weekend, and we're ready to ship on Monday. So if you have not gotten your volume two of the platinum box, our new lower level $100 box, I don't know what you're doing. You should get one. Uh, anyways, what else? So 2025 Tops Now All Star Game set was just announced today. I mean,
Well, one of the things people need to know about that is there is not a limit on the print that we know of, because what they've done this year is they say, hey, we have these parallel, this parallel, this parallel. You'll get an auto or a parallel or a short print, but they don't tell you how many short prints. So what
Yeah.
they're going to do is ramp up the amount of short prints they need to match the number of sets that they sell. So
That's
it's not
exactly
like
what they'll
I'm
do.
getting in early and hey, I'm going to get one of these great autos, or I'm guaranteed a slash 50 with this. You're not. You're
Yeah,
getting short. You're going to get a short print. Sorry, because
yeah,
they're
we
going to
don't.
sell a ton of them.
And honestly, and different from Series One or Series Two or any other flagships, where you can go to the odds list and find out how short print your short print really is. In this, I can promise you, they're not going to tell you how many of these they printed.
No, nope.
So
They're going to do the short
odds
prints based on their total count. That's going to be their filler card for 90% of the packs.
90%, if not more. So I mean, listen, I wish it was something like that. I wish 90% of people got something like that, because that would mean the other stuff is really short printed, really difficult to get. But although no, because the other one is numbered, you do know how many of that there are. Yeah, you're right. There's no upside in this product. It's again like everything Fanatic sells nowadays. It's a lottery. It's a chase. You're looking to get uh, base cards of All Star Game nuts, and you are not getting a Juan Soto card, even if he makes a team a day or 2 days from now. I had different impressions of what I thought was going to happen based on different people that I've talked to. I've made up my own mind. I initially thought that he wouldn't go, even if named. Um, Now, as of yesterday, I thought that no, finally someone will talk some sense into him, and he will go. There's too much at stake, legacy wise and numbers wise, and even some money, residual money, but money still nonetheless.
And again, it
Um,
doesn't matter whether you were voted in, you were
it doesn't matter.
selected, or you're a
Other than your
complete
ego,
replacement. You're an all-star that
yeah.
year,
Other
so
than
you get to
your
put
for
that little
ego,
star. Yeah.
other than for your ego and to make a statement, which I think is totally fucked up. Sorry, pardon my French. That he didn't get selected with the numbers he has and what he means for the league, I think is ridiculous. That he got bypassed by
Well,
Tatis. Listen, I'm on the record saying this is a marketing showcase game. Let's please do away with that rule about having one representative per team. People don't go to the All Star game or pay that crazy numbers to see. Listen, I have him on my fantasy team, so I respect him and I respect the numbers. But people don't go to see Kyle Stowers or the pitcher from the White Sox that no one knows about, the middle relief pitcher or something. Like, I'm sorry, but the
Jason
NBA
Adam from
knows
the
what they're doing.
Padres.
The NBA knows what they're doing. Dude, KD, LeBron, whatever, they're going even if they're injured. They'll be there. This is a marketing, this is a showcase event for your fans, to showcase the game, to draw in people that are residual, kind of casual fans. You need storylines. You need sort of like the Soto shakes Judge's hand in the outfield again. Hey, we're both all stars. I'm in my new team. You should have been here or not, or like I like it here or not. All those storylines. They need all those nonsense stuff, all that marketing, fake drama, right? They need that, and for the league not to step in and be like, you know what, Tatis, we're
Well,
sorry, but
they did a
you went to
legends. They did a legends pick for Kershaw, which was
yeah,
I thought was
yeah,
appropriate.
but they've been doing that recently.
Yeah.
That's not a new
Yep.
thing.
The last few years, they've
Um,
had a few of those.
oh, I'm not even mad about that. I'm mad about the fact that at some point the league has to understand that they're dragging. They've made some efforts, but they're dragging in their marketing, and their appreciation of how much this league is about the players. The NBA figured that out a long time ago. It's about the players, not about the team. And so I don't know. That kind of pisses me off. But so this set, I won't be buying it. It's $60. With coupons, you probably can get it for 40, 50, whatever. I don't know if it's free shipping. I imagine it is. Uh,
Imagine it is as well.
but still, it's you're buying honestly 18 base cards. That's what you're buying. I wouldn't be touching this with a flagpole. You probably got one maybe with coupons. I'm not getting anything.
I got one with coupons with the 40. So
You got
I'm
a
good.
40. I don't even, why don't I have that much in points? I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't buy enough in Topps website. It's weird. I guess I don't. Um, I don't honestly. I don't even remember what's the last big product that I bought on Topps website. It may have been Chrome, but even then, that wasn't that big, right? It was what 300, $200, something like that.
Yeah,
200.
it wasn't that much.
Yeah,
So
so I don't have much points. So I'm not. I won't be
well,
getting that.
I'm running out now. I'm down at
You're
the
running out.
I'm
the,
done because
the
I've been trying to buy my Padres players all year with points.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense. I'm holding out for when they do the playoffs. They put out a set there with some random autos or whatever sometimes
yeah,
postseason. So
yeah.
we'll see. I'm really disappointed with Tops this year. I'm really disappointed. I'm disappointed with what they did with the RTOD set, those bonus cards, which have been far and in between. Far and in between. What's this saying? This is the saying.
Few and
And far in
far
between.
between.
It's. I don't know how you've gotten any. I've gotten two Yankees. That's it.
No, I've got nothing because the fact that my Yankee one order didn't go through of all those
Right.
orders, especially we were
How did that
talking that
happen?
day,
Did you
and
tell us that story?
they canceled. They just kept canceling orders on
Random,
me.
random.
Yep, there was no rhyme or reason, and I thought I'd got it the third time I ordered it, and then come back the next day and they get a bonus card, and I'm not getting one. Well,
Well,
why
you were
not?
the
Oh, you
wiser.
didn't order it.
You were the wiser because the product stinks this year. No one's doing anything, and the bonus cards say a big fat "I got them in Walmart" bonus logo. You
Yeah.
know,
Well, there's a couple of things that they excluded. You know, the kid the other day threw an immaculate inning. You know, here's a great marketing ploy. Immaculate inning, that should be a bonus card. No, complete game shutouts. No, you know,
um,
is hit for the cycle on there? Yeah. Is 3 home runs in a game on there? Yeah. But for a pitcher, it has to be a perfect or a no hitter. It's only you throw a no hitter or a perfect game. That's it for pitchers. Oh, I
hmm.
think there's more than 13 strikeouts as well. I believe
15,
is the other 15.
15.
15. Okay.
15 or more, 15 or more. But
Yeah.
again, to your point, this is ridiculous because Topps should be incentivizing people to to give people, like, listen, for them, it costs really nothing to print these bonus
Yep.
cards, like, literally nothing. They don't produce enough sets for this to even make a mark, to make a dent on. Like, it's not like, and they have all the time in the world to send it to you. This means nothing compared to how much they would get not only in purchases of RTOD sets but in the marketing and the
Yep.
like every time that something happened they could put out a blast in their social media or whatever, like, here's the bonus car, like, make use of it, like, sell it, um give people FOMO for next year. Like, oh man, that was awesome. You got that. I should have gotten those cars. No, they choose to be pound foolish, and that bothers me so much. And then other decisions like the bonus card. People would love to see a bonus card that looked amazing like last year's.
Last year
Like,
was nice.
why don't you, like, you? It's like you create a good thing and then let it go. I don't get it. Like, I understand if you're trying out different stuff. I understand the sort of like, what do you call it? The focus group sort of mentality of like, let's put out different things different year and see what sticks. I get that, but like, if something really resonates with folks, dude, then stick to that. Like that, those bonus gold cards were a big hit. People loved them. Dang it! Can't you just give us a few years of that, right?
Yep.
Like, why kill a good thing? And so I was really upset, so much so that I don't know. But here's the thing: next year I might say, you know what, I'm not doing it because I hate those bonus cards. There's no real rookie to kind of get cards of, right? And then I won't get it. And then all of a sudden they go back to the gold print, and I'm like, shit, I didn't get it. That's the type of thing that Topps does. So, anyways, maybe I
Um,
should name
the
this
other,
episode
the
like
only other thing
my.
with it, people
Sorry.
are getting the emails today about Tops and Fanatics logins. Everybody's worried about what that means. What does it mean? Who knows? But who cares? They'll just give you a better way to log in. The logging in right now is a little bit odd. It's screwed up people many times. So
Yeah,
I don't agree with it. Does it mean that they're going to be migrating everything to the Fanatics website in the future? Probably.
probably. Yeah, and I don't
Why?
mind. I mean, some people are, I mean, I think most people understand that. Some people are whining uh, about it. Whatever makes it a smoother transaction, a smoother process, a smoother purchasing experience, and so be it. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they threw in a little like appreciation discount.
Well,
If
yeah, and if they had the continued things like the Tops points system that we have now that we can use for purchasing Tops Now products, you buy Tops products, you can get some discounts on those Tops Now. Is that going to continue? The other thing that was happening before is we used to get shop pay points.
yeah, that went down the
Then they
drain.
eliminated that already. It's like
I never used that, so I guess I never was in on that game. But I can see it as a rewards thing. What else? What else? Yeah, so All Star news. I think Acuna is a bit hurt, but I'm not sure if that's gonna cause him to miss it. It's in Atlanta, so I'm guessing the league wants him to be in there somehow, even if he if he doesn't play, if he doesn't start or play an inning, he'll likely be on the roster. So I don't know. Maybe the league does invite Juan and just has an extra spot because they know that Acuna is just more of a ceremonial kind of
yeah,
inclusion, which he was. He had a hot month. That's it. He's in it because it's Atlanta, and the game is in Atlanta. So um, I don't know if anyone else. I think Joe Ryan was named another member of the Prospectors fantasy team. If Joe Ryan, I know Joe Ryan was added to the roster today. I don't know who is injured on the AL pitching roster, but someone is. So he's stepping in. I
the,
imagine at some point the league has to announce Juan Soto and or Seiya Suzuki. Although wait, I think Suzuki was announced, right?
oh,
Or
was he? I didn't see that yet. But
no?
we had Suarez added on the pitching side because of Sale not being available.
Sales injured, also another member
Yeah,
of the Prospector fantasy team. Let me see.
yeah.
Seiya
So
Suzuki.
they added Suarez, which gives the Padres their fourth player there, which is kind of amazing. The nice thing for them was, Alec Jacob getting, I'm sorry, Jason Adam getting named to the team.
Yeah.
That was a surprise, but the guy has earned it. He's really pitched well, but he's a late inning reliever. He's not a
Dude, I'm sorry. I
closer.
have a different opinion on this. He's not
He's
a
not a
star.
closer, but how did he get there? Somebody must have loved him. So
I'm sorry. If you would, I mean, to me, you have to be a star to meet that game. I don't need to see everyone. I don't need to see a White Sox. I don't need to see a Pirate other than Skeens. Like, it's
for some reason you muted on me.
my bad.
There you
Um,
go.
I clicked the mute
So
button.
you said Skeens and then went into a
No, I
probably
said I'd rather
a
see.
curse filled triad
Oh
about
yeah,
him. And
for
we'll
sure. I
just
was
say that
cursing.
hey, we edited out those curse words
Yeah,
that
I
Jorge
think
was
it's
saying
I
there.
think it's the Streamyard AI recognizing that I'm in a flurry of nonsense. No, that he so we'll spare you that. But say Suzuki today with three more hits, two more runs. I'm expecting the league to add him and Swan Soto here very soon. They can't wait till like anymore. Like today's
No,
Thursday. It whatever announcement I think has to be made today. People need to schedule their plans, travel plans, all that. What else? What else were we going to talk about? I remember we were talking
well
about
we talked about Atlanta itself and your trips to Atlanta.
Atlanta. Good segue. Yeah, at the end of our last episode, I started telling a funny story about my Atlanta experience. So my experience at what's the park's name now? Turn. No, it's not Turner Field. What is it? Uh,
Truist.
Truist Park. and saying how amazing that sports and baseball village is. It's if you are going to hit up a spot for an All Star game, that's the stadium you want to go to. Like you won't, you'll be you'll go into that village and you won't want to leave. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of spots, restaurants, bars. The All Star Game village, they probably will do it there. I think they name it that, the village or something, the fan zone. Sorry, that's what they name it. They probably will do it there because there's so much stuff to do there. That's a great experience. So my experience with that was that, for reasons that I won't discuss why, I was invited to kind of, I wouldn't say travel with the team. That's not the right thing. I'm a Mets fan, and so I had the opportunity to catch the next to last series of the 2022, three 2023. How many years has DeGrom been with the Rangers? This is his second year?
Yeah,
Or no, wait,
I think
when
it's
did he win it? Last year? No, the year before. The year before, right? I
yeah. I don't. Yeah, it was the year before.
think you're muted, Ron. Or is it me now?
I'm not. No, I'm saying my mute's down here. I can see. Can't you hear me?
I can't hear you. You can hear me?
You muted me.
Wait a second. Hello?
Hey, can you hear
What's
me now?
going on?
You muted me. I think you must have muted it all.
Oh my
But
God. This is it
I was hearing
AI?
you. I was hearing you the entire time. But what you were saying there is he 2 years ago is when Texas won. So
2 years,
yeah,
2023, right?
yeah. Last year was the Dodgers. So
Okay, right.
2023 was
So
Texas.
so his last season with the Mets was 2022. Right. So
Yeah.
this was in 2022. The next to last weekend of the year was the Mets visiting Atlanta with the division title on the line, because the Mets had been, had been winning, had been, winning all year long, and their lead, as usual, their lead went back and forth. They had an okay August, September. They kind of stepped it up, but the Braves had a ridiculous second half, if you all remember.
Yep.
I think they made it all the way to the World Series, right? Or no, or almost. I think they got beaten by the who did the by the D backs.
Phillies.
The D backs had that
Oh
run,
yeah, it was.
but that was the year that the D backs had that run in the playoffs. But the Braves had, like, I think they lost like 15 games in the second half, something like that. So they made all the ground on the Mets, and and they were 2 games back. The Braves were, at the beginning of that series. It was a weekend series, and so I had the privilege to travel to Atlanta because and see all these games, because it was Francisco Alvarez's debut. They brought him up that weekend to make his season debut, his MLB debut, and so I got to travel because of whatever reason I won't discuss. I got to travel to see that, and the Braves kicked our butts. Like, I think we scored like 3 runs all series. The Grom, Scherzer, we threw everything at the kitchen sink at them, and they were just unbeatable. But even though the result was terrible for us, because then we couldn't recover. We lost. We left there 1 game back, and then we played. I think we played. What happened in 22? I think we got into the playoffs as a wild card or something. Yeah, you guys beat us,
Yep.
right? Yeah, we
Padres.
we, we got. Wait, that was 23 or 22? 22. That was 23.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
23.
yeah. 22. We did not make the playoffs, I think. Or oh yeah, we lost. Wait, no. Was that the year
Did
you beat us two out of three in the wild
I
card?
thought I thought that was 23, but it
Yeah,
could
so
have been.
something happened.
Yeah.
We were not technically eliminated after we left Atlanta, but we had one more series. I forget where it was, Philly or Miami. I don't know. And it was terrible. We didn't make the playoffs after being after being on top of the division for 95% of the schedule. Um, but the experience was really cool because I got to ride on the team bus, and it was sad team bus in every game back, pretty much a toned down team bus. And when I say team bus, there are like 3 different buses that
Yeah.
take players back and their families back to the hotel. but I got to. So in the last game, we lost that game too. Um, I was traveling. I was able. I was invited to go back to the hotel with the team bus, and on my team bus was Jacob Degrom. So I caught his last, not his last, I guess,
It's the
um,
last hurrah, though,
the last
really.
hurrah of him as a Met.
Yeah.
And I shared the same team bus back to the hotel. That was quite awesome seeing him this past because I was one of the first few seats, first few rows. So have him walk by me. He's a tall dude. That was awesome. I'm a big, even though he's with the Rangers now. I'm a big Jacob Degrom fan. Big, yeah. So I have a jersey of him and everything.
Some of
Uh,
those guys are really accessible too. I mean, it's
yeah,
more than just who they are as players. It's the accessibility of fans and how they treat everybody, friend or foe, with the same respect.
I'm gonna mute myself here for a second. Someone enters the room just in case.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, that was my story. I mean, there's other elements to that story. I won't touch on them. But what I was gonna say also related to that is that even though the series sucked, the experience was awesome. Even as they're kicking our butts, I think they were one of the first teams to implement those LED lights and have a lot of like things happening in the stadium during the game with the lights. Uh, so that was awesome. That was awesome to
Well,
experience.
the whole LED lighting at the stadiums has really changed things. It used to be when you go day to night, they turn on the lights and you'd have to wait for these lights to warm up for like, 15, 20 minutes. Now it's instant on, instant off, flashing, making things happen really quickly. They wouldn't dare turn off those old lights because when they turn them back on too quick, they'd blow up the lamps for those old, huge,
Yeah,
high
and now
intensity.
I think. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. They're doing that in every park or almost every park.
Probably.
And they're able to do they're able to manipulate lighting for every other pitcher and coming in. Every time they want to boo on a player or whatever, they just turn lights off. That's a really cool. But the ambiance there was just really good.
Well,
Even from someone on the other side, I can appreciate the great environment for
speaking of parks and stuff, just a side note, they did break ground in Las Vegas for the A's stadium. Now, does that mean they're going to get this deal done and get the A's in there? Who knows how the A's will screw that up? But they actually broke ground for it the other day. So that's one thing that you'll now need to start looking forward to on your list of places to go see. Uh,
absolutely. I was
hopefully, it'll
hoping to
be
get
like,
to more places this
yeah,
year. It hasn't happened yet. I've been to repeat ballparks, but yeah. What else? What's down the pipeline coming soon? We know that Top Scrum should be delivered next week. I think it
yeah,
is.
we
If you
think so.
if you pre-ordered, so looking forward to. I'm not going to be ripping that, but to looking forward to including it in our next month's box and ripping it live and whatnot. Uh, Other than that, I think Bowman Chrome, they started to showcase it on their social media channels, and they showed a Bobby and a Jack Caglione Dualato. That was kind
Yeah.
of fun to see that. It'd be
Well,
cool.
and with that product, for those people that are 582 Montgomery Club members, this is the Bowman set that you actually get a Monty one on is Bowman Chrome. The Bowman regular set you didn't. People said, "Oh, I thought we got Bowman," but what you get is
No,
Bowman Chrome.
no,
So
you get the listen
Chrome Sapphire, I
in the
apologize.
hierarchy of Bowman products. Bowman Chrome is the third most popular.
Yeah,
It so yeah, they don't do it for Bowman. They don't do it for Bowman Draft.
and
It wouldn't
Cosmic is
surprise
supposed
me.
to be coming up as well.
It
What's
wouldn't
that?
surprise me if Bowman Draft will be EQL this year.
I don't know.
I hope not,
Have
but
to look. We'll
um,
take a look. EQL has been throwing a lot of losses to our us and our friends. So
you know what's funny today this morning when our group reminded folks that the EQL was up is it Lorcana, whatever it's
yeah,
called.
it's Disney Lorcana.
I forgot that I had put in a bid for that.
Yeah, and a lot of us got the big L.
The big old L. But some of us hit. So that's funny. I'm like, wait, I forgot about this. And then a few minutes later I get the L email. But I'm happy to see that some people got it. I hope
Yep.
they flip it for good money.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Got to be
that's
eating steaks, eating steaks with that money.
eating steaks. Yeah, that's all the new products that we have. I am looking forward to who is it that we said that just barely made the Topps update checklist just based on call up. I know that it wasn't Roman Anthony; he was a call up, right?
No, he was definitely a call up.
And Caglione was also a call up,
He was
right?
also a call up as
Who
well.
was the one guy that made it? Oh, Mayer, right?
Marcelo Mayer did
The
make the
list
cutoff,
he
and there
made
was
the cut.
somebody else as well. Yeah,
Like two people, two
yeah,
prospects.
yeah. There's
Um,
like two or three.
Yeah, so updates should be decent because it has Mayor and it has I think one other that was really good. Man, for the love of me, I can't remember. But also, Series One is going to be really good with Roman Anthony and Caglione. I'm kind of high on both of them. A little more so Roman, I think, but both of them should be really good players.
Caglione hit a 466-foot shot
I
yesterday.
know I saw it. Two members of the Prospectors fantasy team. As you can tell, my fantasy team is pretty stacked. But I'm third as we speak, so still dragging. I have Shohei and Bobby, and I'm still third. That tells you about the other people on my roster, and some other people in my league have really strong teams
Well,
too.
it's the major league in general right now. A lot of teams just aren't hitting. We aren't seeing the numbers we saw from last year. It's
And
really
Shohei's hitting a bunch of Sholos
yep.
because he got him freaking bad in leadoff. Don't get me started with that. I think about he's got 30 homers, something like that, close to
31
30.
he hit yesterday or the day before.
He
Day
did.
before yesterday he hit his 30.
22 of those have been Sholos. It annoys me. He has like 50 ribbies or something, right? Something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Nobody in front of him.
So that's kind of annoying. And Bobby Witt is having a good season, but he's not. I mean, I'm hoping for a big second half so that he can put up last season's numbers.
Yeah, and that'll if he has a big second half, his name might be mentioned in the MVP voting more than it is now. Now he's like 4 or 5 in there.
Good point that you bring, and that could be a segue to our last topic as we are hitting here the almost the 40-minute mark. Who do you think are we talking about Shohei and Judge? Are
Yep,
those the front
Shohei and
runners?
Judge are front runners right now in both their respective leagues by far. Uh, Raleigh is getting 1 or 2 votes now out of all the votes of these people who are doing these. Hey, if it happened today type things. So Raleigh's getting 1 or 2. That's about it. But
Pardon,
nobody's
pardon.
really stepping up on the uh, National League side. Nobody's out there going, "Hey, this guy is the guy." There's nobody beating the hell out of drums out there.
The Joker part of me wants that to happen. The whole car rally thing to just see how Tops shits the bed
Yeah.
and what it does. But I mean, safe other than the foreign injury, Judge should run away with it. I'd say maybe Bobby Witt has a ridiculous second half. He, I mean, war wise, Cal and Bobby are the only ones that could probably give him a run for his money.
Yep.
The National League is a different beast because many things could happen. Juan Soto's having MVP numbers. Um, he just has to kind of step it up, and then Shohei maybe slow down. There's also Acuna could have a monster second half. You never know. Who else? There's other people. Lindor. Lindor's having MVP numbers.
Yeah. Well, you look at Freeman right on the Dodgers there is
Freeman.
having a great year, but he's got baseball Jesus there with him. So
And
eh,
Juan Soto has Lindor. Same
yep,
thing. There and Pete Alonso. He has
he's having a
crazy numbers.
solid year as well.
He has 26 and 79, something like that. I mean, ridiculous. And so the National League's a little more contested. I feel Shohei has to. I mean, I don't.
Well,
Shohei is winning
somebody
right now,
has to step up to
right?
get in
He
front of
has to step
Shohei
up
because
production a little bit.
Shohei's the preemptive vote on everybody's list right now.
Shohei has to step up a little bit his production because at the current pace, I could see how some people may put votes in for Alonso or Juan or Free. Like I could see how they could be like, hey, let's not just give it to Shohei because he's Shohei. You know, if he has really good numbers, but not out of this world numbers.
Yeah,
I think he has to step it up a little bit. So that's a tough argument when you have 31 homers and 60 ribeyes, but and stealing like he's stealing less.
he a
Also,
lot less.
he's protecting his pitching arm and what have you, and I get that. But he has to produce a little bit more. But we'll see. I mean, we're talking about this because as Topps Chrome hits our mailboxes, we'll be looking to stash some of these players for buybacks.
Yep, yep. We'll see what we got going soon.
Yeah. So, all right, next week, hopefully we have more news. Hopefully we have new product to talk about. Until then, that's Prospector Run. This is Jorge Prospector. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Thank you.